Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the new chapter of history, ruling the countryside. Let us relate this chapter with the first two chapters of history. What we learn in the first two chapters of history? Let's revise in short. When Britishers came to India, that history was known as modern history. As we discuss later on, it was known as colonial history. When Britishers came as traders, that trade led to territory. After Battle of Plassey, after Battle of Buxar, Indian history changed, which had great impact on India and its future. Now, the company started to rule the countryside in villages. After the two battles, the Battle of Plassey and the Battle of Buxar, power was in the hands of Britishers. And after the Battle of Buxar, Diwani rights of the provinces of Bengal, Orissa, and Bihar came in the hands of Britishers. Diwani rights. What does it mean? It means right to collect the tax. Britishers got the power to collect the tax. Means they got the Diwani rights. Of which provinces? Bengal, Orissa, and Bihar. Means Nawabs will rule. But who will collect the money? Who will collect the tax? The company. Students, open the textbook page number 26. The lesson starts with the picture. What does it show? In that, we can see that Mughal ruler is giving Diwani rights to Robert Clive. Robert Clive is accepting the Diwani rights of the Bengal in 1765 by Mughal ruler. The company demanded for Diwani rights and said to the Nawabs to rule the kingdom. What was the purpose behind it? It was people would be happy to see their kings ruling and money would be taken by the company. On 12 August 1765, the Mughal emperor appointed the East India Company as the Diwan of Bengal. What was the meaning of Diwan? The one who collected the tax. Means formally on this date, Mughal emperor appointed the company as Diwan. They had given Diwani rights. After this, company became the chief financial administrator. The company focused on profit, not in administration. As traders, they gave importance to profit only. They were interested in buying and selling. The company experience learned something that it had to move with some caution. Being an alien power means the people like the Britishers coming from another country. It needed to pacify those who in the past had ruled the countryside, who were the powerful rulers in the villages. Company understood that the powerful rulers should not be eliminated entirely. Why? Because they knew people would go against the company and would revolt. Therefore, company thought to pacify them. How? Let's discuss with the next points. After becoming the Diwan of three provinces, Bengal, Bihar, Orissa. The company wanted a large revenue income. The company was trader as well as divan at the same time. As trader, the company was least interested to set up any regular system of assessment and collection of tax revenue. What we expect from the government, that the government should work on the issues like poverty, government should support education system, but if the government is not doing its work properly, then the people has to face some problems. It will had a great impact on India. The same thing happened with the company, the Britishers, as they got the Diwani rights. Now, the revenue collected in Bengal could finance the purchase of goods for export, like spices and other goods from India. So they spent for export, not for the countryside. The company invested for export. Because of that, Bengal had a great impact on whom, like artisans, peasants, and famine of 1770. Artisans left the villages. Peasants had to pay high taxes. And what about famine of 1770? There was a great loss of Bengal due to the famine of 1770. Why? Because one third of its population died. Near about 10 million people were died due to the famine of 1770. After the loss due to famine of 1770, the company thought the need to improve agriculture, permanent settlement. The company worried after the impact of famine. The company thought if there were no peasants, no revenue. If the economy is good, then they'll get the tax. They thought not to exploit the people in such a way so that they couldn't get the revenue. Then, how they would get revenue? They failed to do investment in land. They thought they had to encourage agriculture. They had to improve agriculture. Therefore, the company came up with the idea permanent settlement to improve agricultural situation in 1793. So after 20 years, when they thought there is need to improve agriculture, to collect the revenue in 1777. So after 2 decades, they came up with the ideas of permanent settlement. What is meant by permanent settlement? It means agreement between the company and the zamindars, rajas and talukdars. Who was the Governor General of India when the permanent settlement was introduced? Students, the picture is given on page number 28. He was Charles Cornwallis. The company told zamindars that they had to collect the rent from the peasants and pay revenue to the company. The amount of revenue was fixed permanently. The company was sure that if it will ask for the fixed revenue by the peasants and the zamindars will collect it, at the same time it will encourage the zamindars to invest the improving the land. Students, I hope what I have taught to you today you have understood. Read the topics from the textbooks carefully and also review the video repeatedly. Thank you.